It was a quiet night, the kind where even the wind seemed to be holding its breath. Wei Ying, bold and fearless as always, walked confidently through the dark, abandoned mansion. His footsteps echoed as if the walls themselves were whispering ancient secrets. He had heard the rumors, a ghost lived here, one who had been cursed long ago. Most would be terrified, but not Wei Ying. He thrived on danger and mystery. Lan Zhan. Where are you hiding? Wei Ying's voice boomed in the empty halls. His grin was wide, his eyes gleaming with excitement. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind blew past him, making the hairs on the back of his neck stand up. He stopped, feeling a strange presence behind him. Slowly turning around, he found himself face to face with the infamous ghost. Lan Wangji stood there, his ethereal form almost blending with the shadows. His face was as calm and stoic as always, but his eyes held a sadness that no mortal could comprehend. His long, white robes fluttered as if moved by an unseen force, and his glowing eyes met Wei Ying's gaze. You shouldn't be here, Lan Wangji said, his voice as cold as the wind. Wei Ying crossed his arms, completely unfazed. Well, I'm here now. What are you going to do about it? Lan Wangji's expression didn't change. Leave. This place is not for the living. Wei Ying took a bold step forward, closing the distance between them. I don't care if you're a ghost or something worse. You can't scare me. Lan Wangji raised an eyebrow. Why are you here, Wei Ying? Most people run from ghosts, not towards them. Wei Ying smirked. Maybe I like trouble. Maybe I'm here to save you. Lan Wangji floated closer, his form becoming more solid as he neared Wei Ying. There is no saving me. I am bound to this place, cursed for eternity. Wei Ying's smirk faltered for a moment as he saw the sorrow in Lan Wangji's eyes. What kind of curse? He asked, his voice softer now, more curious than mocking. Lan Wangji hesitated, as if the weight of his story was too much to share. I once loved someone, but that love destroyed me. I was cursed to live as a ghost, neither alive nor truly dead, until the end of time. Wei Ying's eyes sparkled with interest. Sounds like a challenge. Curses are meant to be broken, aren't they? Lan Wangji shook his head. You don't understand. This curse is unbreakable. Wei Ying stepped even closer, now standing just a breath away from the ghost. Maybe you've never met someone like me. I don't believe in unbreakable. For the first time in what felt like centuries, Lan Wangji felt something stir within him, a faint glimmer of hope. But he quickly pushed it down. You should leave before it's too late. Wei Ying looked him straight in the eyes. Not a chance. Over the next few nights, Wei Ying returned to the mansion again and again, much to Lan Wangji's confusion. Every time, Wei Ying brought his bold, fearless nature with him, refusing to be intimidated by the ghost. Slowly, something began to change between them. Lan Wangji found himself drawn to Wei Ying's energy, his audacity, his unwavering belief that even a cursed ghost like him could be saved. He had never met anyone like Wei Ying before. The cold, empty halls of the mansion didn't seem as lonely when Wei Ying was around. One night, as they sat together under the moonlight filtering through a broken window, Wei Ying asked, Do you ever miss being alive? Lan Wangji didn't answer right away. I don't remember what it feels like, he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. Wei Ying leaned closer, his usual smirk replaced by something softer. I can help you remember. Lan Wangji's heart, long frozen by his curse, felt a flicker of warmth. But he quickly pushed it down. And why would you do that? Wei Ying grinned, his boldness returning. Because I like you, Lan Zhan. Even if you are a ghost. For the first time in centuries, Lan Wangji felt something thaw within him. It was a strange feeling, a mix of hope and fear. Could he allow himself to feel again? One stormy night, Wei Ying arrived at the mansion, to find it eerily silent. The usual faint light that surrounded Lan Wangji was gone. He called out, but there was no answer. The air felt heavy, charged with something dark and dangerous. Suddenly, the ground shook, and the walls of the mansion seemed to groan. A cold wind whipped around Wei Ying as he turned to see Lan Wangji appear before him, but something was different. His eyes, usually calm and full of sorrow, were now glowing red with rage and pain. "Lan Zhan, what's going on?" Wei Ying asked, his voice filled with concern. Lan Wangji's voice was harsh, distorted by the curse. "The curse, it's taking over. I told you to leave." But Wei Ying shook his head, refusing to back down. "I'm not leaving you." "What's happening to you?" Lan Wangji's ghostly form flickered, and he let out a painful groan. "The curse is more than just being a ghost. It's turning me into a monster. Soon, I won't be able to control it." Wei Ying's heart clenched. "There has to be a way to stop it. How do we break the curse?" Lan Wangji shook his head, his voice filled with despair. "I can't be saved, Wei Ying. I was cursed because I loved someone once, and that love destroyed me. Now I'm doomed to become a monster, forever trapped between life and death." Wei Ying grabbed his shoulders, forcing him to look into his eyes. "No curse is unbreakable. If love cursed you, then maybe love can save you too." Lan Wangji stared at him, his red eyes softening for a moment. "Do you truly believe that?" Wei Ying smiled, his confidence unwavering. "I believe in us." As the night deepened, Lan Wangji's transformation worsened. His form flickered between ghost and something far more terrifying. Wei Ying stood firm, refusing to abandon him. "You have to leave, Wei Ying," Lan Wangji growled, struggling to control the darkness within him. But Wei Ying shook his head, his resolve stronger than ever. "I'm not going anywhere. You're not alone in this, Lan Zhan. I'll fight for you." Lan Wangji's eyes glistened with unshed tears. "If you stay, the curse could consume you too." Wei Ying stepped closer, reaching out to touch him. "Then let it. If that's what it takes to save you, I'll risk everything." In that moment, Wei Ying's love and determination broke through the curse. The darkness that had threatened to consume Lan Wangji began to fade, and the red in his eyes slowly disappeared. He could feel the curse lifting, his ghostly form becoming more solid, more human. "Wei Ying, you saved me," Lan Wangji whispered, his voice filled with awe and gratitude. Wei Ying grinned, pulling him into a tight embrace. "I told you, nothing is unbreakable. Not even a curse." With the curse lifted, the mansion transformed. The cold and darkness faded, replaced by warmth and light. Lan Wangji's ghostly form solidified until he stood fully human before Wei Ying, a soft smile gracing his lips. "I never thought this day would come," Lan Wangji said, his voice filled with wonder. Wei Ying chuckled, his heart brimming with joy. "Neither did I. But love has a way of conquering the darkest of curses." As they stood together in the once haunted mansion, it was no longer just a place of sorrow. It had become a sanctuary for their love, a testament to their journey through darkness and despair. "What will you do now?" Wei Ying asked, his eyes sparkling with mischief. Lan Wangji looked at him, determination gleaming in his eyes. "I want to live again, truly live. And I want you by my side." Wei Ying's heart soared. "Always." With that, they stepped out of the mansion hand in hand, ready to embrace a new beginning filled with love and hope. The past no longer held them captive, they had broken the chains of the curse together.